This is a resource to support you in supervising your reading core or math core tutor effectively. Coaching and good supervision are the key components that make our model effective. Because of the support you provide to your tutors, they are able to serve students successfully and make a lasting impact. Simply put, our programs would not work without you, so thank you for all that you do. This video will review successful coaching strategies, including understanding tutor expectations and keeping records regarding tutor performance, as well as tutor performance management, including having difficult conversations and encouraging and celebrating tutors. Your relationship with your tutor directly impacts their ability to be successful during their term of service. Your school and students will be better served if your tutor has consistent coaching from you. You are your tutor's on-site supervisor, and you have the authority to talk with them about how they are doing in meeting expectations. Strong coaching from you will impact your tutor's ability to navigate school culture, build relationships with staff and teachers, manage student behavior effectively, be professional in the workplace, and meet their service requirements. Remember that your program manager is always here to help. One of the primary ways that you support your tutor is ensuring that they have a daily schedule that will allow them to meet their service requirements. For our full-time tutors, they should be serving 45 hours per week at the site. For our 3/4-time tutors, they should be serving 35 hours per week at the site. And for our part-time tutors, they should be serving 25 hours per week at the site when school is in session. Most of the tutors' hours should be at their school, although there are opportunities for them to serve hours through training and also through civic engagement. The bulk of your tutor's hours will be served in the Reading Core or Math Core Service at Site category or the Supplemental Service at Site category. It's important for you to know your tutor's daily schedule, so when you review their timesheets, you can verify the hours. One important piece of this is having a sign-in and sign-out sheet for your tutor to complete every day when they come to the site and when they leave the site. Unlike this Dilbert cartoon, it is very, very important that your tutor's timesheets are accurate and timely. Tutors are only able to receive their living allowance for a 2-week period if their timesheet is submitted and approved by you by the deadline listed in the Living Allowance and Timesheet Schedule in the AmeriCorps Program Manual. Your tutor may be new to your site, and they may be new to the Reading Core or Math Core role. As is inevitable when anyone is in a new role, they won't be perfect right away. An important part of our mission at Reading Core and Math Core is transformation, not only for students but for tutors as well. You will help your tutor learn and grow throughout their service term by both affirming their successes and addressing performance concerns. The best time to address a concern is the first time it happens. There should be no surprises on mid-year or year-end performance evaluations. Tutors should consistently know how they are doing. It may feel awkward or difficult to address a concern you have with your tutor. It will always feel more awkward and more difficult the longer you wait. Opening clear lines of communication sets up expectations and builds trust. Your tutor knows what is expected of him or her when this happens early on. If you do observe a performance concern, please let your program manager know. The first time that there is a concern with your tutor, send your program manager objective documentation of what happened. Whether it is affirmations or areas for improvement, tutors need to know exactly what is expected of them and how they are doing in comparison to that. Good documentation is also absolutely essential in the unlikely event that we should need to go through the discipline process with someone. In order for a tutor to improve their behavior, they need to know exactly what they did that did not meet expectations, and they need to know it right away so that it does not become a habit. Good documentation is specific, timely, and can be understood by an outside party. Good documentation should list specific dates and times, It should be first-hand accounts of what happened, and it should be in writing in a way that can be understood by someone outside the situation. An example of good documentation is, Paul is expected to arrive at site at 7:15 every day. On September 14th, Paul arrived at 8 a.m. On September 15th, Paul arrived at 7:45 a.m. On September 18th, Paul arrived at 8:15 a.m. It includes specific dates and times and is objectively stated. Someone outside of the situation could understand what happened. After observing and documenting a performance concern, you'll want to talk with your tutor as soon as possible. Before setting up a meeting, be sure that you have objective documentation that you can bring with you when you talk to them. Try to talk to your tutor as soon as possible after the performance concern is observed. Do not wait more than 1 week to have this conversation. When you do have the conversation, make sure you have enough time to have a thorough conversation so that the tutor fully understands what happened and what is expected of them moving forward. Make sure you're in a private location, out of eyesight and earshot of anyone else. This shows respect to the tutor. When having the conversation with your tutor, be sure to provide objective evidence and state the facts. Have the rule or expectation ready for them that you want to address. Be very clear about what is expected moving forward. Assess the barriers and challenges. Is there a legitimate reason why the tutor did not meet the expectations? Create a plan for next time. Put that plan in writing and make sure to email it to the tutor after the meeting. You'll also want to copy your program manager on that email. We need to have the documentation on file in the event that the behavior continues. This does not necessarily mean that your tutor will get into trouble. It is just a safeguard so that we can... I'm just going to cut that part out. We need to have documentation on file in the event that the behavior continues. We will not necessarily take immediate action, but please loop us in as soon as possible when observing any performance concerns or addressing them with your tutor. It is our job to help you navigate this and to support you however we can to ensure your tutor's success. As program managers, we want to hear about your tutor's successes as well. We encourage you to share with us when things are going well, and we encourage you to celebrate your tutor throughout the year. Tutors make a really big commitment to serve for a year with Reading Corps and Math Corps, and they work very hard to be successful in your building. Think about times throughout the year when you can celebrate what they're doing, maybe writing them a personal note, having staff or teachers sign a card, affirming them in front of their program manager or the principal, maybe sending an email and copying them on it, letting someone know how great of a job they're doing. Check in with them frequently and make sure they're feeling supported and feeling affirmed and celebrated in what they're doing. Reading Corps and Math Corps tutors are successful because of great internal coaches like you who supervise, train, coach, and encourage them. When our tutors are well supervised and receive excellent coaching, our students succeed. We want to sincerely thank you for all that you do to support our tutors.